Father, I'm trimming the hedges. If you need me to put the coffins together, ring the bell. Signed by someone named Luann. No, I need a trampoline to get up that high. No, it's too dirty. What a silly way to... Why would I do that? I don't know. Sure. No way. Ah. Let's see what happens if I climb on this. Why, yes! It was a wooden box. It's made of plastic or latex or some other stretchy material. Think there's something inside? Hey, a key. I wonder what it's for. It was inside of the wooden box. Let's see if it fits this lock. That's the thing they use to rake in the dough from worshippers during Mass. Okay, once I rescue Brian, I'll bring it back here. Someone told me that in the olden days these baskets didn't have such long handles, but they added them when it was discovered rich people always sit as far away from the aisle as possible. I'm positive it's used to ring the bell on the roof.
Don't you worry your holy old self for nothing.
Hurry up, little mama.
Well, looks like I managed to get that janitor girl to come. I hope Reverend McCormick doesn't show up at some point and ruin my plan. If I wanted to get in... I think that's the same one they use. Nah, why look? I already know what's in there. Hello?
Wait. You're the gal from that crazy guy's funeral. Is that where I saw you before?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, but don't come crying to Luann. I'm busier than a bee in a beehive. Gotta run. See ya.
Wow, you are so insensitive.
Oh, all right, sorry. My sincerest condolences and all that. Thing about this job is that you just get sick of all them weepy widows always crying at you. Anything else?
What's got you so busy, Luann?
Well, this here, can't you see? I've got to get these coffins together before the Tombs for Everyone charity benefit. But the instruction manual's in gibberish and I can't understand a word. But if anyone can get this done, I can.
I've never heard of do-it-yourself coffins before.
Me neither. But the old Reverend bought these unassembled on the internet and I've just got to deal with it. They're cheaper than pig's milk, but they're good enough for your final rest.
Well, I could think of a case or two in which that might just come in handy. What exactly does Tombs for Everyone consist of?
Well, it's this thing where if you're poor and you kick the bucket, everything's on the house. We pay for the coffin, the hole, the wreath, the stone slab. As the old Reverend says, we won't die for you, but almost.
What's up with the manual?
Well, it's in Swedish, and not even a schoolmaster can understand it. It's like Chinese, but worse, because you can find a Chinaman anywhere, but who in tarnation knows where to find a Swede?
Would you let me see the assembly manual? I don't know, maybe I could help.
Besides being a rich city slicker, you figure you're some sort of engineer, huh? Well, take it.
Doesn't look easy, but we'll have to try.
You thought I'd just have one manual and wouldn't let you borrow it, huh? Well, Luann's accepting help today, so if you can understand any of that gibberish...
Why are you in such a hurry?
'Cause I met this manly stud and he's waiting for me to get off work. His name's Ernie, and he is the finest gentleman I've ever come across.
I think I know that Ernie guy.
If you try to steal my man, I'll slap you silly. Ernie's mine, you got that? Man, for once I reel in a hot catch and a city broad tries to steal him away from me.
So he's waiting for you? Are you guys going on a date somewhere?
He's taking me bowling. Ain't as serious as going to the Sunday ball, but since they don't have them around here...
You like the guy that much?
Better than a new hoe. Man, I'm even thinking of giving up my sacred chrysanthemum to him.
Oh my, how did you meet?
I was hacking away at the hedges. He came over and said some pretty things like that any sane man would fall in love with me. That he couldn't avoid falling for little old me, for me not to stop loving him and stuff like that, about love and the like.
Let's stop gossiping about Ernie.
You stop gossiping. I got dibs on him and he's mine.
What's behind that big door?
My tools. But get close to them and I'll punch your lights out. They're mine, got that? Dang, it's getting colder and colder in here.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of tools do you have?
Man, I got more than the little furry balls on an old sweater. They're mostly garden tools, but I also got the circular saw and the hole-making thing, and the one that puts staples, and the circular saw, and...
You already said that.
What, the circular saw? That's 'cause I like it more than the field without cow pies. It cuts through metal things like a hot knife through butter.
What if I asked you for one tool and promised to return it right away?
What if I smacked you once, but then smacked you again 2 seconds later?
Okay, already, forget it. Talk to you later. I don't want to make you late.
So what do you think you've been doing up to now? This city slicker's not too swift.
Okay, so she may be a total hick, but if I hadn't run away from home, I'd probably be just like her now. Luann says she stores her tools there. As long as Luann is here, I'd better not. How weird. It's on, but it's empty.
Well, of course. Who would be such a numbskull as to put something in there?
Why's that?
Because it's always on the fritz, and no sooner do you stick something in it than it goes pow, and it deep freezes everything to the core, so careful. Man, I don't know why I'm even warning her.
It's empty. Who could understand this? It's all in Swedish. The handle is quite long.
I'm catching cold.
It's not very powerful, but since the weather's pretty nice today, who cares? Hammer, pliers, file, scissors, a bit of everything. I could take them all, but... This thin one here seems most familiar to me.
Shoot!
If the hammer were just a bit bigger, but in that size, it's useless. It says they're recyclable. I hope that's referring to the cardboard box.
What if... Shoot!
If Luann has to put them all together at the rate she's going, it'll take forever. It's just like the one Luann gave me. Okay, so she... Hi, Hi, Luann.
Man, at this rate,
You do have an unusual job for a woman.
when my Uncle Bobby Ray retired, he was the maintenance man around here, and he told the old Reverend what a hard-working, decent country girl I am. And what do you know? I left behind my sheep and came here to the Big Apple.
Don't you miss your family?
Yep, but if I weren't here, I'd never have met my Ernie. Man, he's my knight in shining armor.
Where are you from?
From Catalina Boulder in Shawangunk Ridge, a long ways from here. It's little, but it's got all you need. Cattle, swine, sheep, people, mules, chickens, ducks. Oh, and the Sunday ball.
Don't tell me you herded sheep.
Yep, and if you giggle, I'll whack you good.
No, it's just that my dad takes care of sheep too.
Well, I'll be a lamb's fingernail. I knew I liked you. So how'd his daughter become such a fancy city slicker?
Kids don't always turn out the way we expect them, do they? If I'd stayed back home, well, forget it. So, how did you get this job?
When my Uncle Bobby Ray retired, he was the maintenance man around.
Don't you miss your family?
Yep, but if I weren't here, I'd never have met my Ernie.
You know, I don't want to ask.
All the best.
If you're
'Cause the old Reverend rang the bell, so I would assemble some coffins for him, and I ain't budget until I get at least one thrown together.
I don't really
It'd be
talk to you.
okay.
Hi, Luann.
Man.
Talk.
Oh.
No way. You never know. Well, in this case, the answer is no, I guess. That won't work. Could you translate this manual for me? It's in Swedish.
Is Swedish a dead language?
I don't think so.
Then I can't help you, dear. Though, if you find the grave of a Swede here in the graveyard, I can ask him or her to translate it for you. But wait. First, let me think. First, I should make certain that the primordial energy in the graveyard is benign. In other words, I have to wait for the spirits infesting this crypt to express their presence by giving off the usual phantom chill.
It's a list of names with the dates and places of birth and death and the location of the person's grave. It's a impossible. Am I bothering?
Not at all.
Have you heard the voice that said my name again?
Yes, but I also heard a PE. You know, a phantasmagorical emanation, a ghostly bell tolling. It went dong, dong, dong.
What did you need to translate the manual into Swedish?
If you find the grave of a Swede here in the graveyard, I can ask him or her to translate it for you. But wait. First, let me think. First, I should make certain that the primordial energy in the graveyard is benign. In other words, I have to wait for the spirits infesting this crypt to express their presence by giving off the usual phantom chill.
See you
Whenever...
Luann let me borrow it. She doesn't know that, but she did. Luann. Not a chance. That doesn't sound... Not a chance. I don't see how that would help me. I can't see what good that... I don't think... I'm not even gonna... Not even... Thanks, but I don't... Not a chance with... You won't... Impossible. The strap could help me move the block, but... No, wait. It's stuck to the other blocks with mortar, so if I don't get rid of that mortar first, no strap will work. File the block? Of course. I can file away the mortar between the other blocks, and then it'll be easier to move. File that mortar down, let's get to it.
Wasabi. No, the broad's still inside, and I'm starting to get knackered. We're on it. Yo, Fatzilla, bad news, dude. Seems we can't go in. We have to wait for her here, then follow her. You have such a way with words.
Well, that wasn't easy, but I managed to file all of the mortar away. Okay, so I got rid of the mortar, but I wonder if I can drag away the stone with the strap. Ready. It seems like a good way to remove the stone block, but... I like that. But first, I should find out where I need to tie the other end I have hanging loose here. That sounds good, but from down here, how? Wouldn't it be simpler from somewhere else? Good idea. Though besides that, I think I've come up with another one of my brilliant ideas. I know it seems a bit strange, but, well, it might work. Nope. I'm positive I headed in the right direction with these straps, but there must be something missing. I don't see how that would... Not a chance. That makes no... That makes no... It's holding up the angel's derriere. With my bare hands? Ain't gonna happen. Why would I do that? Huh? If a person is in this directory, that means they're dead, doesn't it? However... Eureka! Ingerman Holgren, born in Norrköping, Sweden, and his grave is in Sector D, Path 2, Aisle... Here it is! But the truth is, I don't know why I'm so incredibly happy. I mean, I just found a dead guy, and considering where I am, that's not exactly an amazing feat. Yes! I can turn it into a water bottle. If it doesn't have any holes in it, that is. Looks like a cartoon character glove.
Man, it's
Okay,
cold.
why the heck not? Let's see how long it takes to freeze.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Pow! It's already frozen.
No, I need something to help me keep it frozen once I've taken it out. Refrigerators are used to keep food, drink, medicine, film, flowers, dentures, underwear, whole dead bodies, pieces of dead bodies, or dead bodies in
Man,
sauce.
it's
but
cold.
not that. Not a bad idea, but the urn is full of ashes. Not necessary. I don't know if they'll fit, but ready. Okay, Gina, you spilled more outside the box than you poured in, but I don't think the party concern will notice. You haven't been sleeping well, you're exhausted and nervous, and do you know how hard it is to pour ashes without expert help? That's it. I can use the urn as a thermos so that the ice doesn't melt or freeze my pocket. I hope my hand doesn't go cryogenic. Luann was right. It's frozen solid. Hi again.
Hello, dear.
I know where to find a Swede. I looked in that cemetery directory down in the
Very well done, dear. But wait. First, let me think. First, I should make certain that the primordial energy in the graveyard is benign. In other words, I have to wait for the spirits infesting this crypt to express their presence by giving off the usual phantom chill. Whenever...
Completely useless, I'm afraid. Not... According to Agatha, it detects sudden temperature changes, both hot and cold. Completely useless. That sounds good. The end of the cable has no plastic coating, so it'll be much more sensitive to the cold than the rest. So let's see.
Thermal manifestation! Oh, my spirits. What lovely creatures.
Hey, it worked! I feel bad about tricking Agatha, but I guess I've done worse things in my time. And with a lot less payoff than now. What about Agatha? No, besides the flashlight, which I've already got, there's nothing of interest to me. Brian is buried alive, some thugs are waiting for me at the front gate, and I'm about to spend the night in a cemetery. There's gotta be a better plan. Oh, there she is. Hey, Agatha, what are you doing here?
Congratulate me, dear. They gave me permission.
Congratulations. Who gave you permission and what for?
Didn't you hear the ectothermal machine beeping? The spirits of the Kilgore brothers, the primordial energy force in this graveyard, have authorized me to proceed with my research on their turf.
Oh, wow, how cool.
So you need not fear anything any longer, dear. Just answer me honestly. Why is your tormented spirit still wandering through this world?
Because I'm not dead yet?
Come on, are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it. But there are other things I'm not so sure about.
Oh, you have questions? Tell me. I'm your medium.
Heard any more voices from beyond the grave?
What are you talking about, dear? Oh, no. Ever since I left that crypt, not a peep, not a wailing sob, not a boo, not a thing.
Now that the spirits in charge around here are your friends, think you could help me with that Swedish manual?
Oh, dear. It completely slipped my mind. Now, where was that poor man?
Ingerman Holgren. Here he is.
Now, my dear, you just wait for me over there.
But
I need some peace now to get my capacity for understanding to rise to the world of the spirits. Ingerman, I invoke you. Ingerman, come and show yourself. Oh. Montarinstructione. Let's see what this book says. Instructions for the assembly.
Agatha, what you just did is absolutely amazing.
Oh, my dear, you've no idea.
Really, thanks to you, I have just what I needed. The fully translated Flichting Coffin Assembly Manual. From what Agatha translated, these coffins have electrical wires, sockets, and other slick modern gadgets in them. Seeing is believing.
Man, It's cold.
What would you say if I told you that I had translated the coffin assembly manual?
That if you're lying, I'll smack you upside the head. Oh my sweet lordy. Wow. Yes, this'll be a cinch. Now, in 5 minutes, I can do this body box. Then I'll get gussied up and it's off to the bowling alley with Ernie. So, will you show the coffin to the Reverend and close up the workshop for me?
Okay, fine. You run along. Don't worry.
So, it turns out you're a real nice person after all. Move out, Ernie.
I'll be seeing you later, hot stuff.
At last, I'm alone. Finally. There's Luann's famous circular saw. It's heavy, but I'm sure I will be needing it. Bit of everything here. Gardening tools, paint cans, do-it-yourself stuff. It's still in Swedish. I don't need to assemble any more coffins. What I need is to get Brian out of his. It isn't exactly... No, what for? Luann won't be coming back for the rest of the afternoon. You may not believe me, but this is the first time I've seen one of these for real, and not in a cartoon falling on someone's head. That thing? I couldn't move it if I worked out for a year. Looks like its batteries are charged. The handle of the circular saw is too short and it won't reach that far. Yeah, it's such a silly idea that it might even work. But I don't know what I could attach them together with. What am I saying? What about the ribbon from the funeral wreath? Come on, let's get down to work. That turned out even better than I expected. Let's see how well it holds. I hope Brian doesn't see it because I always make fun of him when he does this MacGyver-esque stuff. If I did that, the angel would only be hanging from the front cable, and it would fly head first towards the underground chamber. That won't work. Oh my God, what a mess I've made. Yes, the stone moved. Although, when Reverend McCormick comes back, I know one parapsychologist who's gonna have a lot of explaining to do. Poor old woman. Oh well. I'm not proud of what I've done to the poor thing, but forced to choose between Brian and a stone statue. Yeah, sure. I'll get right on it. It must have broken off when the angel hit the wall. No, it's too heavy for me. When I cut the cable, the angel fell back. When it fell back, it hit the stairs. When it hit the stairs, the hands fell off. And when the hands fell off, they broke the vase. Conclusion, you'd have to be pretty twisted to place the blame on me. To do that, I'd have to be an expert on puzzles, and I've never had the patience to finish one. It weighs a ton, but luckily the angel is even heavier and was able to drag it along. Gina Timmons, you gotta be joking. Half the people in here have the last name Kilgore. Thanks, but I don't collect autographs. They're the same kind of bricks lining Brian's grave. No, I'd probably end up wrecking my hands instead of the wall. That doesn't sound too smart. It's a bit rusty. Supposedly, Noah... Maybe if I'd studied martial arts... That doesn't sound... That makes no... Why would... That doesn't... Brian is right behind... Why would I do that? That won't... What? I can't see what good that would do me. Brian is right. Maybe if I... Gina Timmons? I don't think it... You won't see... Not so That looks pretty hard. That doesn't... Brian is right. Nope. Huh. That pole must have fallen off after what happened with the angel. I'll put it back in place so I don't trip. I'd rather keep it. It's so heavy that I hope I end up using it for something. No, besides... Great idea. Bring it on, Gina. Brian, if you can hear me, stay away from the wall. Hi-ya! Brian! Brian?
What, you don't know where he is?
Who are you?
The guy who sent you the text message. Banana!
Wait a minute. You're Gabbo, Brian's friend from the psychiatric hospital. What are you doing in here?
Sleeping. I didn't intend to stay in the box. I got in before the burial. I was gonna try to meet you afterwards. To find out where Basco is, but it turns out you don't know either. Improvise, Spiegelman!
Did you fall asleep inside the grave?
Narcolepsy. Let's go.
Where to?
Out. To find the only guy who can help Basco.
Weren't there some thugs by the exit?
I'll kill one guy, you take the other. How's that?
Are you nuts?
Okay. Let's try to steal McQueen. I'll need a couple of cars.
Ah, there she is, the little cow. That wait was so boring, man. What the... Banana!
Hurry up, get in!
Okay, she got away. No, we'll find her. The little slapper's dead, I swear.
can go to sleep. If you make a wrong turn, I'll tell you. Turn off there! There!
Is this where that friend of yours is going to save Brian is?
No, we won't get there till dawn. My stomach has feelings too, you know.
Tell me about Brian.
About Basco? How do I know? Took him a long time to get used to Happy Dale. At first he was horrified, but, you know, not everybody's cut out for living in the nut house. It's like this. The worst part is that swine Kurgan made life real hard on him. He does that with all the rookies, but Basco stood up to him. I liked the guy. I said, we're like kindred spirits. Banana! And he was. No one can steal keys or trick an orderly or fool a nurse like he can. And at night, even though he was hard to convince, that kid had a natural-born talent for poker. And he hardly even paid attention. He'd spend the whole day thinking about his next hypnotherapy session with Dr. Bennett. I'm innocent and I'm sane, he'd always say. Soon I'll be free and get back to Gina again. 2 days ago, yeah, it was Monday. On Monday, he went totally berserk from the therapy.
Bennett wants to throw me in jail. I've got to escape.
We'll miss you.
Gabbo, you've escaped hundreds of times. You've got to help me out of here.
Pipe down, Basco, let me think. What you need is a Clint Eastwood.
Huh?
It's an escape designed for beginners. Not very artistic, but effective.
I'm not going back to jail. Tell me what needs to be done and I'll do it.
Listen up. You go into the casino and climb through the vent for the air conditioning ducts. Right behind the cover, you'll find a map. Use it to get to the central fan. A huge tube comes out of there. Climb up one of the numbered ladders. Doesn't matter which one, but don't even think of going up number 2. Slip between the bars and you'll reach the tower at the top of the roof. You'll see a cable that leads down to the highway right outside the walls of Happy Dale. Just slide down that puppy end.
Thanks for the plan. Enjoy your stay, idiot.
Kurgan! Stop! Open up, Kurgan! Open it! Now what do I do? That psycho stole our plan.
Basco, the art of running away involves much more than following a plan to the T. Improvise.
But how am I supposed to get into the casino? That psycho locked the door from the inside.
Improvise, I say. And don't be dozing off. You gotta get everything ready to escape right when the clock strikes midnight. Not a minute later or a minute sooner.
See you later, Gabbo.
Okay.
I'll tell you all about it.